Hello, I'm Dean Karstens, and this is Dean's N-Scale Trains. A couple of weeks ago, I put out a short video showing some plans I've developed for a 30 by 80 inch N-Scale layout that I'm going to be building in the next few months. In the video, I defined the tracks, I showed where the city and town are located, and put in some tunnels. Here's the plan if you want to take a look at it. I put out a video reference at the end of this one, so all the physical parts of the layout are included in those plans. Today I'm going to take a look at other planning aspects. What's the names of the railroad and the cities that it serves? Where is it located? What kind of trains are going to run? What types of industry does it take care of? And so on. Stay tuned. So to understand my railroad and where I'm going to put it, you have to understand the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad, which was started in the 1870s. It started from Denver and went south. Originally, they had planned to go all the way down to El Paso on the Mexico border, but they were stopped by the Santa Fe Railroad, the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe, which came through first, and so they could not pass through also. So they then went west. Originally, all the lines were narrow gauge, but most of the lines were converted to standard gauge, here shown in red. The black are the ones that were never converted, were still the narrow gauge. So anyway, coming down here to Cuchara, which is actually near the current day Walsenburg, the line went west over La Vita Pass to Alamosa. At Alamosa, they went north up to over Poncha Pass to Salida, tying into another route here. They went west to Creed to get that was big mining town there, and then south to Antonito. Eventually, the route went all the way down to Santa Fe, New Mexico. But a main line, the San Juan Cutoff, headed off across the mountains, got to Chama, kept going with a line up to Pagosa Springs, kept going to Durango and Silverton, and so on. This part of the line from Antonito to Chama is still in existence, and it's run as the Cumbres and Toltec Scenic Railroad. This part of the line is also still in existence, and it is the Durango and Silverton. I'm putting my railroad in this area. So in the model railroad world, there are three basic types of model railroads. The first one is totally imaginary. Everything in it, location, cities, etc., are made up. The second is based on a prototype, but it has some parts that are somewhat imaginary. The third type is a very close copy of a prototype railroad. Mine is the second. It's based on a prototype, but it's somewhat imaginary. Conejos Valley Railroad is mythical, but the railroad from Alamosa to Antonito, a part of the original Denver and Rio Grande, is still there, and trains run occasionally. Cumbres and Toltec is a very thriving tourist railroad. The towns of Romeo, Conejos, Fox Creek, and Platoro are real. Platoro was a mining area in the 1870s, 1880s, but everything played out shortly thereafter. Okay, in my mind, the railroad was built to service Platoro and its mines. It starts at Conejos. The main line follows the Conejos River up to Platoro, passing through Fox Creek. A side road goes to Romeo, and there's a connection to the Denver and Rio Grande and Antonito. The railroad itself is standard gauge. So here's the plan again with a major change. On the lower right is an interchange track that comes from Conejos and ends up in Alamosa. This is brand new and was suggested by one of my subscribers. This interchange track allows for future enlargement of the railroad, but for now it serves as a fiddle track where you can add and take off cars. So here's how freight is handled on the Conejos Valley Railroad. Cars are brought in from the Alamosa interchange, switched, in the yard at Conejos. Some might be shipped to Romero, others might go to Fox Creek. The freight would take a circuitous route up to Platoro. It would leave Conejos on the line labeled with the green color, go around through the tunnel, come back actually to Conejos again, pretending that it's some other city, switch over on the interchange to the black line, and follow the river on up to Platoro. Then drop off or pick up cars from the mine. Here's a more correct map that shows the towns between Alamosa and Antonito. Shortly after settling Mexico, Spanish settlers moved into New Mexico and southern parts of Colorado. You can see their influence by the names of the towns that are still there. I've translated some of these on the left. Even though your railroad is all in your mind, it's important to have appropriate structures and buildings situated on your tracks. Here's an old abandoned wool shed located just south of Alamosa. From the position of the doors, it must have had a siding going to it in the past. It's been torn up. As far as I know, this building is not used anymore. Here are a couple more wool sheds. These were in La Jara. Here's a propane dealership that's still functional. Here's a modern grain elevator that is still in use. I've seen cars parked on the siding here. Here's another grain elevator that's still in use for something. I'm not sure if it's for handling grain or shipping through the grain on the trains or just through trucks. So that's it for now. If you'd like to see more of the construction of this layout, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to put your comments and questions down below. Thanks for watching.